scarves. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a granny stitch. So I'll just go right into the video. You make a slip knot and then you chain a multiple of 3 plus 1. We all know multiples of 3s plus 1. I'm making this actually as a swatch for a project I'm working on, and I just thought to teach you guys how to make it. So multiple of 3, I would be using 18. Let's see how that goes. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 18 chains in my case measures, I want a swatch of at least 5 inches rather. It stretches a bit to 4.5, so let me do 21 instead. 18, 19, 20, 21. I think 21 chains gives me 5 inches, right? 21 chains gives me 5 inches. So 21 plus 1 to give 22 rather. So to start your granny stitch, you make a double crochet into the 4th stitch. Crochet, you yarn over, skip 1, 2, 3 because it counts as a stitch. Then you insert into the 4th stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. So there you have it. Now you have 2 double crochets, then you make a 3rd double crochet. So you skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in the 3rd stitch you make another cluster. So they are called clusters. You make another cluster of double crochet, 1, 2, 3. You skip 2 chains, and in the 3rd you make another cluster, 1, 2, 3, and like that till you get to the last stitch. So coming on to the last stitch before the last row, you see if you made a multiple of 3 plus 1, you would have 1 stitch left. So you go into the last stitch with your last cluster of 3. And you have this. Because I'm making this as a swatch, I want to check that this did not stretch, or if it stretched, I want to take that into note. So I see if I tug on it a bit, I still have my 5 inch. So for the first row, I maintained 5 inches. I still want to go further and make more rows because this is going to be a color combination. So I want to see how it comes out. So I will do at least 2 rows of each color. To go on row 2, you chain 3. Chain 3 in this case counts as a stitch. Then you turn your work and you make a cluster in the space between previous clusters. So 1, 2, 3. These spaces would house the double crochets now. So you're no longer skipping 2, and no longer it's easy. This is a very mindless stitch and it comes out so beautifully. That's why I love it. You just make sets of 3 double crochets called the cluster in each cluster space from the previous round. You keep at it till you get to the very end, and I'll show you how we end. Into the end of this stitch after putting my last double crochet of the cluster. So on that first chain 3 we made, we're just going to put a double crochet. That's this one representing 1 double crochet, and now we're going to put a double crochet on the 3rd chain. So the row started and ended the same way. Now for row 3 and subsequent odd rows, we would have 3 double crochet at each side. For row 2 and subsequent even rows, we'll be ending with 1 double crochet. Now going to row 3, you chain 3, counts as a double crochet. You turn your work and you work 2 more double crochet in this cluster space. So you're trying to replicate what you did in row 1. So that's what I mean by the odd rows would look the same and the even rows would look the same. So you just go ahead making 3 double crochet in each cluster space, and when you get here, you do 2 double crochet in the cluster space, and the last double crochet should be in the chain stitch. I will change color after the 3rd row, and I'll show you how I change colors. At the end of row 3 now, I'll put the last double crochet in the 3rd chain of the chain 3 from the previous row. And just before completing the double crochet, I would swap colors. So I would swap colors by simply attaching. So I yarn over the new color and take it through the 2 loops to close. So that's how you have your seamless color change. I hope you got that. Seamless color change. I would simply cut off this yarn and then attach it by tying a strand here. You can double knot if you want to. Just like that, and you're good to start your new row. So you continue your row like nothing happened. Turn around, chain 3, turn around, make double crochet stitches, clusters in previous cluster spaces, and keep going till you have 2 rows in this color, and then I'll change color to this color. Guys, your granny stitch. This is such a beautiful stitch and it's one of my favorite to make. If you learned something new in this tutorial, if you made the stitch and you want to show it off, feel free to tag me on Instagram. My handle is in the description box, and if you have any question whatsoever, please drop it in the comments below. Till next time, my loves, bye. Is you ready, baby? You seem ready.